Like to do is tell myself I deserve to be here, I belong here, and kind of just go over all my accomplishments. Because of how well I did there, I was able to compete in the Women's World Championships, like you had said, first Manitoban to do that. And then my next big tournament was the Commonwealth Games in England this summer.
Yeah. So boxing is a solo sport, right? You don't have a team who can actually cover up for your mistakes and who can, adjust the mat. Hello viewers, you're watching the Punjab Talks. My name is Puneet and today I'm present here in Winnipeg with a very special personality. Today we are going to talk about the life experiences, about the journey of a boxer, and she was the first Manitoban woman who actually competed at the world level championship. And not only she competed, she also got back with the bronze medal and made immense Canada and Indians proud of herself. So we have Priyanka Dhillon here, and we are going to ask her about her journey, about how she got into the boxing and what are her future plans, if there were some challenges that she has to face. And also I would like to tell you that she was actually awarded in the Winnipeg Legislative Assembly today, and she actually got back with a beautiful medal. You can see that. I'm getting goosebumps by even holding this medal, and I'm sure that it means a lot to you. It's not just a medal, it's a representative of the hard work, of the sweat that you've poured into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how are you feeling today, first of all?
I'm honored, actually. I didn't expect to get this. It kind of came out of the blue a couple weeks ago that I was contacted to ask if I wanted to even accept it, and I'm like, who would say no to accepting it? So I'm definitely honored to be receiving. It's the Queen Elizabeth Platinum Jubilee Medal.
Perfect. And also, I know that you have actually won some other medals as well. So why don't you tell us about your previous achievements, about where you have scored these medals in the boxing?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one that comes to mind was a couple years back. I fought in the Saskatchewan Golden Gloves, and I won gold there in that tournament. And then I was also awarded Best Boxer of the tournament. So got a huge trophy for that.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, actually.
Yeah, it was really cool. I definitely didn't expect the Best Boxer of the tournament, so that one was really cool to receive.
That's great.
And then the next few that just automatically come to mind were specifically this year, just because it was a very busy year with Team Canada. So I went to Ecuador and I competed in the Continental Championships, and I received a bronze medal there. And then because of how well I did there, I was able to compete in the Women's World Championships, like you had said, first Manitoban to do that. And then my next big tournament was the Commonwealth Games in England this summer, and I received a bronze medal there as well.
Perfect. So you've not only made the Canadians proud of you, but all the Indian community who's present here in Canada, you're an inspiration for them. You're actually motivating a lot of women boxers to come forward and they can fight for anything they want, basically. So let's start where your journey started. How do you got into the boxing? Were there any other sports that you were doing initially? How was your journey initially?
Yeah, so I've been active for a very long time. I started with ballet when I don't even know how old I was, definitely younger than 10 years old. Went into soccer from that, and then it was cross country and track for quite a while up until I think it was my second year of university at the University of Manitoba. And unfortunately, I had surgery on both of my legs. I wasn't able to run anymore.
Okay.
I couldn't even walk for a while, so once I was able to run again, I tried to run track, but the pain was just too bad. I had to give that sport up. And randomly, one of my best friends at the time, we decided we would go boxing, just try out a boxing gym.
Yep.
And I stuck with it. I went for workouts. It was more for fitness at the time.
Yep.
And then one day I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to fight. I think I want to fight. And so I joined a beginner female sparring program. I just wanted to see what it would be like to be in the ring, get hit. First training session doing that, I hated it. I actually cried my first training session with the sparring because I had a mouth guard in my mouth. And there's too much going on. So I definitely didn't like that. And turns out there was a fight at the end of it. And I won. And then I was like, oh.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. I want to do it again. And I was hooked. So then I was like, oh, I want to win again. And I won again. And it just kept going like that.
Perfect. So you actually faced this challenge and you didn't let it come in the way of achieving the success. What was destined, it always leads to the basically great beginnings, right? So tell us about how your family supported, about what was the reaction of your friends, about what was the reaction of the people you love. How did they take that you started boxing? How did they take your decision as?
Well, definitely starting boxing, everyone thinks that's more of a man's sport.
Exactly,
And so it's
exactly.
kind of weird even telling my friends, hey, I'm boxing. Do you want to come work out with me? And that never seemed like a great idea to anybody. Eventually, I did get some friends to come with me. They liked the workout. They never tried the sparring, but that's okay. And then with my parents, again, also same thing. It's a man's sport. They don't want their daughter
Of
doing
course.
that, but they saw that how successful I was with the sport and that how much I actually really enjoyed it. So they were definitely supportive from that point on.
Sometimes you just have to set a milestone to be, and you have to be the example for other women, female aspiring boxers as well, because wrestling, boxing are actually very underpromoted sports among the women.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what is the message that you want to convey to the female athletes out there, about how do you want to motivate them to pursue their career in boxing or in wrestling or about in these sports?
Yeah, definitely for combat sports, I would say it is male dominated, but you can do it. Females
course.
can do it. We are definitely underrepresented, but that shouldn't stop you. So if you like it, keep doing it. If you just want to do it as a workout, do it. There shouldn't be anything stopping you.
Perfect. And also, so after those hard matches, when you come back home with bruises on your face and with cuts on your face, how did your family take that?
To be fair, I don't normally come back with bruises, so it's never that much of an issue. But if I do get a cut, it usually fades away in a few days. Actually, I don't think I've ever gotten cut, but maybe a bruise. I did fight an Olympian twice, actually. So the first time, I did have quite a few bruises from that one, but it always goes away within a couple days, and I think my glasses hide it well as well. So I think I get away with that.
Okay, perfect. And also, as you mentioned earlier, that boxing is actually considered men's sport, right? And as you are from the Indian origin, right? What is the message that you want to convey to the Indian parents out there? Because definitely your family supported you in this journey,
Yeah.
right? What is the message that you want to convey to the parents about how they can support their child in his or her interest?
Yeah, so it doesn't even have to be sports related, but if your son or daughter, specifically daughter in this situation, has a passion for something, you shouldn't stop them.
Exactly.
You shouldn't think like, oh my God, they're gonna get hurt. They can't do it. It's a man's sport or it's male dominated. Whatever it is,
Yep.
don't stop them. Support them. It's gonna help. It's definitely gonna help.
Perfect. And if someone tries to do something extraordinary or out of the box, which you definitely did, there are some challenges that we have to face. So, were there any challenges that you faced? If yes, how do you get ahead of those challenges?
I've been pretty motivated. I like to set goals, and I think that's the major thing. If you're not setting goals, then it's going to be hard to face any challenges. So
course.
definitely having little milestones to achieve and finding a little pathways of how to achieve those goals and pass those challenges is the way to do it.
So, little steps towards the great success.
Exactly.
Perfect. And also, the other thing that I would like to know from you is that is there anything else that you have interest in other than boxing? Is there any other recreational activities that you do to keep your focus, basically?
Yeah, so I did study nutritional sciences in university. I haven't finished my degree yet, but definitely really, really into that. So on the side, I like reading up on nutrition, and then I like baking healthy treats and stuff. So I like doing that, and definitely into shopping. That's like what girl isn't. So
Exactly.
yeah, so I'm always looking at different trends and stuff online.
Perfect. And also, so basically that was about your other interests. What is your daily routine look like? Like what do you do in your daily routine
Yeah.
to stay healthy, and what's the practice time that you do? What's the workout time that you do?
Yes, so I'm currently living in Montreal actually, and I'm training full time at the Olympic Training Center.
Okay.
So we have a very, very structured schedule. So I usually wake up around 8 o'clock. We are at the training center by 9:15. First training session is 9:30. Usually lasts about an hour and a half. It's normally boxing first thing in the morning. And then go home. I have lunch. If I'm tired, which I normally am, I'll have a nap. And I'm also taking a French course right now.
Oh, okay.
So I'll study my French in between the training sessions. And then we have our second training session at 3:30. So then we have to go back to the training center. That can last, again, anywhere from an hour and a half maybe to 2 hours. And then we'll do recovery afterwards. We'll go in an ice bath or the hot tub. So don't get home till about 6 o'clock. Go home, have dinner, relax, and then you do it all over again the next day, and it's two training sessions every day for 6 days a week.
So that's a very hectic schedule and
Yeah.
a very busy schedule.
Yeah.
So how do you keep yourself motivated in these days? Like, do you have a mantra? Do you have a thing in your head that whenever you're feeling low, you remember that thing and then you just ace it?
Yeah, so I work with a sports psychologist on our team, and she definitely helps with that. So what I like to do is tell myself I deserve to be here, I belong here, and kind of just go over all my accomplishments. So remind myself that I went to the World Championships, first Manitoban to do that. I medaled at the Continental Championships, I medaled at Commonwealth Games, and then I have an athlete's journal, and I do that every morning and every night before bed. And that definitely helps keep me motivated.
So basically, your only limit is you, right? If you have
Exactly.
achieved a goal, you should never be satisfied with it. Aim for the next one.
Yeah.
And then just jump. Maybe you'll grab it. Who knows, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And also, who's your idol? Is there any idol in the boxing or in any other game who inspires you?
I wouldn't say I have one idol specifically, but I do look up to a lot of other girls in my weight class specifically. So I like watching international boxing just to see how well they're doing, and it motivates me. And whenever I'm watching them fight, I'm always like, I want to do that. I want to be there. I want to fight like you. So I use other girls in my weight class to motivate me and inspire me.
Perfect. And now let's talk about the matches, about how do you perform. So when you go into the field, when you go into the ring, before entering the ring, is there anything in your mind that you remember, or are there any things that you take care of before your matches? About how does it go?
Yeah, so we always have a game plan based off of who I'm fighting, or whoever anyone is fighting. We'll go in with a game plan. Sometimes that goes right out the window when you step in the ring, but for the most part, going in with a game plan, I like to write down 3 things that I would like to do throughout the entire 3 minutes, each 3-minute round. And so prior to stepping into the ring, I'll kind of just repeat those things over and over again. And then if I am feeling super nervous or anxious, I'll just kind of breathe and then go over my mantras again, like I deserve to be here, I belong here.
Exactly.
Kind of just keep everything calm.
Affirmations.
Exactly,
They
positive
are actually
affirmations.
magic.
Yeah.
Affirmations work as a magic. And also, so when you enter the ring, it's a silly question, but how do you know if you want to play defensive, or how do you know if you want to attack? How does it go?
Everyone kind of has their own style for boxing, so I like to think that I'm long, and I like to dance around and move around the ring. I'm in a lighter weight class, so that's what we tend to do. So in terms of when you want to hit and when you want to be more defensive, I don't think I even know how to answer the question, but I like to take the first 30 seconds of my first round to kind of feel out my opponent.
Okay.
And then based off of that, I'll either feel like, okay, now I need to be a bit more aggressive.
Yeah.
And then if that's working, I'll keep being aggressive. And if it's not working, I'll need to be a bit more defensive and kind of pick my shots.
So basically, observation is the key
Exactly,
here.
yeah. You need to really be
observe.
able to adjust in the ring.
Okay, perfect. And also, when you are in the match, like people are cheering for you, and you have a family who's supporting you. You have your own dreams. How does it feel? How does it feel to be in the ring?
Yeah, it's super cool. It's one of the coolest feelings when you're in the ring. At least for me, everything else on the outside is tuned out. You can't really hear the people cheering for you. Sometimes there's a few voices that stand out, but for me, when I'm in the ring, I can only hear my coach's voice. It's super cool. It could be super loud in the arena. There could be so many people cheering, but for some reason, you're like tunnel vision, and all you can hear is your coach.
So, coach actually plays a very important part in the sportsman, personality. So, tell us a little bit about your coach.
I have 2 coaches right now at the Olympic Training Center, Vince and Samir, and they're great. They definitely know how to keep things light when they need to be light, and then they definitely know when we need to work and when it's down to business. And I think they have a really good balance, and they work really well together. And I've worked with Samir quite a few times this year, just being on Team Canada. I've traveled with him throughout the entire year, and Vince is a newer coach, but we're definitely building that relationship. So we'll see how it goes moving forward.
And also, boxing is a solo sport, right? You don't have a team who can actually cover up for your mistakes and who can, adjust the match. All you are doing, all the effort is 100% yours, right? And as you have won this Commonwealth bronze medal, how are you feeling? Are you feeling proud? I'm definitely sure that you are feeling proud, but what's the feeling?
I was definitely proud. Stepping on the podium, you have your country's flag coming up with you as well. It was such a cool feeling, very proud. Obviously a little bit of disappointment just because gold is always
of course,
the goal.
Aim.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. But so proud to even be on the stage, the podium, I should say, at the Commonwealth.
Well, you're definitely working hard, and I'm so sure that in future you're definitely gonna grab the gold for us.
Thank you.
And the other thing is that so basically we were talking about the matches, right? When you are in the match, so do you talk to your family, a week before that? Do you talk to your family a day before that? From your family, who is the most, like there's always that one person who actually inspires you so much to do better. Who's that one person who you actually feel from your family?
I guess that would be my mom. She always texts me right before, like, you can do it, you can win, we're already proud of you, I know you can get the gold. So it's definitely her.
Perfect. And when you came back after winning the medal, right? How do you felt that now people are actually recognizing you? You are serving as an inspiration for so many women or for so many boxers out there. How do you feel when you came back that people are now recognizing your family must be very proud of you? What's the
Yeah.
feeling?
So when I came back, I didn't expect to have all that family at the airport, so that was really cool, everyone being there. And then I went out to eat later that day. I think it was that day, or even maybe a couple days later, and someone recognized me at the restaurant, which was it was really cool, but also really weird because I'm like, it's just me. And my friends now, when I came back just yesterday, actually, just flew back yesterday, and I went to eat with them. They're like, "You're like a celebrity now," and I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm not." But it's really cool. It's really cool.
How are your friends feeling?
They're really excited for me. They're all like, "Oh, I want you to move back to Winnipeg. It's so sad that you left," but they're super proud as well.
Perfect. So that was about your past journey. What are your future goals moving forward? Are there any specific targets that you are going to achieve that we can see Priyanka Dhillon achieving in future?
Yeah. So it should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, a really busy upcoming year, 2023, because it's the Olympic qualifying year.
Okay.
So the next big tournament will be February, which is the Nationals. So I have to win the tournament to hold my spot as the number one in Canada. If I win that, then it's off to the World Championships, which is actually in India.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which would be really cool.
Wow.
Yeah. So that would be in March. And then if I do well there, it's off to the Olympic qualifiers. And then there is also another really big multi-sport tournament called the Pan American Games, which is in Chile in the summer.
Okay.
If I do well there, then it's off to the Olympics. So fingers
Great.
are crossed.
You have a lot of plans, and
Yeah.
by the hard work that you're putting in and by the sweat that you're putting in into the boxing, we wish you a very good luck from the team of the Punjab Talks, and I'm so sure that you're going to ace it.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being with us, and thank you so much for having the conversation.